If you list your home for sale with a real estate agent, you're legally obligating yourself to paying 5 to 6% of the sale price of your home to the agent. And what the agent's going to do, they're going to share 50% of that commission with the agent that is representing the buyer. So with HomeCopilot, and this is why I love HomeCopilot, our goal is to eliminate real estate agents altogether with their crazy high commissions. So what we do with HomeCopilot is we give the buyers and the sellers all the tools they need to do the transaction without an agent. So, but you may have a situation where there's a buyer that says, hey, I really want a real estate agent to hold my hand, to represent me, to help me with this transaction. So while you're under no obligation to do that with HomeCopilot, sometimes it is wise to do so. So, and again, it depends on the situation. It depends on the market. Are you getting other proposals from other buyers? Are you getting interest from other buyers that don't want a real estate agent involved? If you are, you could probably tell that buyer, forget it. I'm going to go on to another buyer. If you're not getting a lot of proposals or a lot of action on your property, then you may want to consider it. So there's some strategies. So what HomeCopilot does is we do not commit to any agent compensation until the buyer has made a purchase proposal. And that makes sense because why would you want to commit to paying the buyer's agent anything unless you saw how good the proposal the buyer's making is? If they're making a real good proposal, then that's great. So what you're going to do, there's several strategies. So you can, some sellers will pay an agent a percentage of, say, 0.5% or up to 2%. And remember, the agent is doing nothing directly in this transaction. They're more like an advisor to the buyer because the buyer is doing everything in the system. So the agent's work is way less, so they should be paid less. So some sellers like to pay them just a flat dollar amount. Some sellers might pay them a flat dollar amount equal to the HomeCopilot fee. Another strategy is to have the buyer pay for their own agent. And how you do that with HomeCopilot is once you negotiate a price, you can say, I want to add the compensation to your agent on top of that sales price. So that way it's not costing you anything at all. So again, how you negotiate this will depend on the situation, and you can think through these different strategies. And just remember, it may make sense, even though it's not necessary. The buyer really doesn't need that agent. It may make sense in some situations to go ahead and negotiate compensation for an agent. That's all for that, and happy home selling.